Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yes, I am asking, I'm begging all of you viewers and subscribers of the Jamaica Young Police channel and people in the diaspora in Jamaica, if you have seen this man, his name is Javon Pinnock. Yes, you know, some people on the street, they call him Froggy. He have a scar on the left side of his face. This man is wanted in New York by the NYPD for the murder of Javon Jamison, aka Blingers. The reason why I want we're advertising this man photograph and future mugshot is that this man has murdered Javon Jamison in cold-blooded. He and another man named Christopher King. Christopher King is in custody, awaiting trial, and it's coming up to the 2-year anniversary. And I'm just asking, I'm just pleading to you Jamaicans in Jamaica, because this man is in Jamaica, please, to do the right thing for once. Do not follow the criminal-minded and the corobunkers and the dirty bungles in Jamaica, and by protecting this man. He has taken a man's life and he needs to face justice. So that whenever the police, when the police, visit wherever he's hiding in Jamaica and he resists, they can send him to the departure lounge. The family just need justice. That's all we're begging you. So, moving on to today's video. Yeah, so as you know, I always say to you guys to always look at the LCD. So right now, you're looking at the LCD. The man at the upper left, that is President Donald Trump. The man, the convicted felon. What do you mean? Donald Trump is the first president of the United States of America to be convicted of 34 felons, and them still vote for him. That goes to show you that America is en route to hell. So in a Donald Trump country now, look like Donald Trump do not want him in this country. So about a month ago I did a video. As I said before, I have friends, people, acquaintances who work with various agencies in the federal government. At times, we have conversations. Some of them share things with yours truly. Sometimes, like if them have difficulty, like when them talk, especially with a Jamaican, and them need some form of translation. Yeah, some of them will call me and, hey, what's up, Porter? I don't understand what this guy is saying because he doesn't speak English or whatever. I just need your help. The people that were supposed to help us, they're off, and I told my supervisor that I could talk with you. So, I'm called. So I just want you to listen what I'm saying when I go inside the room. So whenever I ask him a question, you just listen what he says and then you tell me. And you understand. So I did a raid in West Broward County that west of the I-75 in Florida. President Trump. So we say the things that President Trump's next target must be this man, Squad 6 boss, who came into the country on a boat and killed 2 American citizens. And now he's still in the crime business. So we say send him back to Jamaica. So when we had done that video, we get all, oh, bad mind and we are fight against ghetto youth. I never know, so send, a man come from country, a ghetto youth. You understand? I tell people, capture land is different from ghetto. But them have it all twisted. I don't know what is so beautiful about ghetto that people embrace ghetto. Ghetto is a nice kind of living. So now that Squash him find himself in ass in a vice. So we are making let you watch a video, of about him arrest, and we are tell you what's going on, But before we tell you, let you see the video. We just want to remind you that about a month ago, I put out a video warning Andre Whitaker, also known as Squash 6 Boss, that federal authorities were closing in on him. I warn him, As expected, he quick to dismiss my warning with his so-called village lawyers and intelligencers, feeding him with the idea that the old police informers didn't know what they were talking about. So him saying, boy, I'm an old police informer, I don't know me I talk, I'm a fool and all kind of thing. And just like the first time when he was arrested, after I done the video, him scrub him Instagram page. Yes, and we did a video about that. Then I see him video, him scrub it. So we send out subliminal message, to make him understand. So sometimes I try to help some people to make them change, but them just can't change. Cause it just inherit this that part of them genes, genetics, where them just inherently evil. You understand? So I didn't just stop at a mere warning. I went as far as showing evidence, specifically a video where the authorities were seen near the house he was staying in at Broward County. So I went as far as to that, to make him know say the people them onto him. But at the time when I got to tell you what they did, you understand what I'm saying? You have to understand surveillance and one and two little things. We do not want to go and get ahead of the people them who are doing them investigation. You understand? We want to make sure anytime we're doing things we're solid. So if Squash truly believed that his involvement as a state witness in the case involving his friend J-Man and others would offer him some kind of ironclad protection, then he was sorely mistaken. His belief that his past dealings with law enforcement could shield him from the consequences of his ongoing criminal behavior was nothing but a false sense of security. So when we had done the video, we had spoken to people, and we showed them the video. Say at the time the man in our country illegally, we are telling you we are big in farmer, and there's the guns. He was supposed to have a gun in the state of Florida. Then you have the village lie them and say, oh, this, that. But we're not even listening to them because them are dummy, You understand? These are people who tell you things that when they get in trouble, there's nowhere to be found. I had told him that he's not supposed to have any firearm in our country because he's not a resident or a citizen. I state of Florida or America. Anyway, I'm still listening to you people them. So when I was talking to someone, those who know the FBI building that are in Miramar, it's like a mirror in the building itself. So we're not going to that. So we had spoken to somebody who worked there and tell them about this man, because the two men that he had killed, I don't know them, Ford Lord and Musselman. The family them of both men always reach out to yours truly, and beg us to make sure we keep the story alive, because Squash is the main person who's behind the death of both men. And in the same video we show you even the bodies of the men them on the ground. We had received those photographs from police officers who work with Lauder Hill Police Department. Yes. So the reality is that the feds were already watching him, closely monitoring his every move. They knew exactly who he was, a criminal, and no amount of legal maneuvering or previous cooperation with the authorities would change that. The law may have briefly been lenient with him, but that doesn't mean he's beyond their reach. His past, full of criminal ties and actions, couldn't be wiped clean just because he had once cooperated with law enforcement. So this fool thought his fleeting association with the state would grant him immunity, but he's only fooling himself. The feds had their eyes on him long before he realized it, and they weren't going to let his past misdeeds slipped through the cracks. They were well aware of his activities and weren't going to be swayed by pretense of innocence. The legal consequences that Andreas Whitaker, known as Squash Boss, could be facing in Florida for a modified handgun that can be fired as an automatic weapon, as well as for being an illegal immigrant in possession of an illegal firearm without a concealed permit, are significant and could result in severe penalties. So we tell people, say, not because in Florida them say you have the right to bear arms, not because you don't need a concealed permit for go out there and have a gun, but that means to say only for people who are resident and citizens. And in the same breath too, you know, the white man, them can make a law today and tomorrow them change it. If you're not reading it, you're not going to know. So Florida law is very strict when it comes to possession of firearm, particularly when it involves a modified weapon. Under Florida statutes, yes, modifying a firearm to allow it to fire automatically is a serious offense. Modifying a firearm to function as an automatic weapon, commonly known as machine gun, is a violation of both state and federal law. So him get himself in a problem now, you know. Florida law treat the possession of a modified firearm as a felony, and the penalties can be severe. If convicted, he could face anywhere from 3 to 15 years in prison, depending on the specifics, circumstances, and whether there are any prior convictions or other aggravating factors involved. Moreover, under federal law, possessing a machine gun can carry even harsher penalties, with potential prison term extending up to 30 years in prison. So that's like life sentence scene with Donald Trump federal government. Additionally, as an illegal immigrant in possession of firearm, Whitaker would be in violation of both federal and state law. We tell him long time, you know. Florida law requires that anyone who possesses a firearm must have legal status in the United States, and possessing a firearm as an illegal immigrant is a felony. For this offense, the penalties could range from 5 to 15 years in prison, again depending on specific case, details, and whether other criminal elements are involved, such as the use of the firearm in the commission of a crime. Being caught with an illegal firearm without a concealed permit further compounds the situation. Florida has stringent laws regulating the carrying of concealed weapons, and being found in possession of a firearm without a permit is itself a felony charge, which could result in additional prison time. So in total, given the gravity of the offenses, possession of a modified weapon, illegal immigration status, and possession of an unlicensed firearm, Whitaker could be facing multiple felony charges with a potential of a long prison sentence. If convicted on all counts, he could face a combine of state and federal sentences, which could add up to several decades in prison. His previous criminal background, if taken into account, could result in even harsher penalties under Florida habitual offenders laws. In this case, that what started as a mere possession could quickly snowball into one of the most serious legal battles of his life. So I make you listen to what the Jamaican CVM people they might give you a synopsis about the case. I will tell you, say a long time they might watch the man and them thing, you understand. And we soon tell you which other artists in Florida they might watch too. Sprague Benz knows that they might watch him, because we are big in farmer. Yeah. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
They say art imitates life. Dancehall entertainer Andre Maurice Whitaker, known to most of us as Squash, appears to be living proof. On February 24, Squash was arrested in Miami, Florida, and charged with possession of a firearm and carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. Nationwide can now reveal the details of Squash's arrest. Reports are at 10:58 that Monday night, Squash was stopped by police in the 100 block of 41st Street in Miami Beach for a traffic violation. The entertainer and the man identified as 24-year-old Zidane George Prescott were signaled to pull over their grey Mercedes-Benz car. The police say while approaching the car, Squash, who was the passenger, was observed reaching for his waistband and placing a black object in the glove box. According to detectives, Prescott was driving with a suspended license. When questioned, he said there were no weapons in the car and consented to a search. The police say they immediately went to the passenger side glove box and a gun was found. The gun, a Glock 19, was modified with an Invisi-switch plate designed to make the weapon fire automatically. The modification turned the gun into what is popularly referred to as a chip Glock. The police say the gun fits perfectly into a holster found on Squash's waist. A further search of the car revealed a Glock 35 40 caliber gun with an extended magazine under the driver's seat. The police say that gun was not securely fastened and readily accessible for immediate use. The police also found 3 loaded magazines, one in the driver's side door, one in the center console, and one in the trunk. Both men were arrested and charged. The police note that Squash does not have legal status in the United States and is already before the court, awaiting a separate immigration hearing. For the traffic stop, Squash was not in the wrong place at the wrong time. According to the arrest report, Squash was seen by an FBI agent being handed what's believed to be the same Glock pistol found in the car by a person that was under FBI observation. The FBI then called local police, who went on to arrest Squash and Prescott. It's unclear if Squash remains in custody. According to court files, the entertainer paid a $2,500 bond on Monday. However, there is no indication the bond negates the immigration hold that's placed on the St. James native. He returns to court on March 26 at 9:15 a.m. William Mitchell for Nationwide News. They say art imitates.
Yeah, so Squash him can't snitch him way out of this one. But we tell you later what him can do. Yeah, we'll tell you who him can snitch on later. So I am not sure who is advising Andre Maurice Whitaker, aka Squash 6 Boss. But they are clearly leading him down the wrong path because he's made some incredibly foolish decisions. The reality is the FBI had already been tracking his every move. They knew exactly what he was doing long before he thought he could evade the law. The moment they gathered enough information, they called in the local authorities who arrested him for illegal possession of firearm. What 6 Boss fail to understand is that South Beach, which is Miami Beach, is not a place where someone like him, someone involved in criminality, can slip through the cracks. He may think he can navigate that area like it's just another day in Spanish Town. In a South Beach, there's only 2 way in, 2 way out. Yeah, you understand. You gotta take his bridge to go in a South Beach. You understand? You gotta take the causeway, or you gotta take the bridge on the other side of Miami. So it's an island itself. So you have to take bridge to go over there. So when the only way you drive over there and get out, unless you have a boat. You understand? Because once them watch you can't come out. And them have helicopter and all of these things. And them always a fly. Police helicopter, whether unmarked or marked. So South Beach, another place where you can slip through the cracks. He may think he can navigate the area like it's in the Spanish Town or Montego Bay, but that kind of mentality has no place in place like Miami Beach. The law enforcement there doesn't tolerate the actions of individuals like him, especially when it comes to criminal activity. And now he's paying the price for underestimating the reach of the authorities. Squash 6 Boss has put himself in a position where there is no escaping the consequences of his actions. His time in the streets is over. Now he's facing the full weight of the law. And as the saying goes, his ass is grass. Nobody can save him this time. But there's one more. He have one more lifeline. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.